Investigators are still working to determine the motive behind a deadly shooting at a California food festival on Sunday. Officials say Santino William Legan left some clues online, and they're searching for others.
The 19-year-old gunman posted at least 2 photos on Instagram the day of the shooting. One referred to a popular book by a white nationalist group. Jamie Yukas has a report.
Police say they traced the gunman's movements to this residential street Monday, searching the suspect's car. They also confiscated several items from a home associated with him in California and searched a home in Nevada where he was believed to have lived.
I'd like to thank everybody in public for your patience as we very systematically process an extensive and complex crime scene, which will take several more days.
Investigators say 3 weeks ago, the suspect legally purchased an AK-47 style assault rifle in Nevada. Sunday afternoon, he walked about a half mile from his car to the festival where he cut through a fence. That day, he had posted at least 2 images to Instagram, one showing the fairgrounds and another that referred to an author with white nationalist views and contained a derogatory reference to mixed-race people.
Oh, they shooting.
Around 5:40 p.m., dispatchers received the first 911 calls.
Have an active shooter at the Garlic Festival.
Copy, we got one shooting victim. I need an ambulance code 3.
The closest team of officers were there in engaging the suspect in less than a minute.
Police say the gunman shot more than a dozen people, leaving 3 dead before he was killed by law enforcement. Justin Bates was grazed by several bullets.
I just remember hearing bullets flying past me as I was running. I remember feeling the heat hit my legs right after I got up.
His friend, Nick McFarland, who was also injured, is still trying to process what happened.
It's just thinking that it could happen right here in our own hometown, and we got hit? Like, what happened? Why?
All right, Jamie's with us now from Gilroy, California. So, Jamie, when this first happened, we heard reports of a potential second shooter. Have authorities ruled that out yet?
They actually haven't. We asked that question specifically. There was a news conference pretty late last night, and they determined that they are still looking into reports that there was a second person here at the festival. Now, you understand that in the chaos sometimes of this situation, people think that they see someone else who may be involved. So police are trying to determine whether or not that is the case at this point in time. There were also some references on social media by a second person that seemed to be kind of making light or joking about the shooting itself, so they also wanted to investigate that person. They've determined that that person did not have anything to do with the shooting. So we should learn a little bit more later today, but at this point they will not officially rule out a second person's involvement here.
What about the gun? We read that the shooter purchased the gun legally. What do we know about that?
Yeah, so it's really interesting if you go ahead and take a look at it, because the laws are very different between Nevada and California. The shooter was 19 years old. The law in Nevada is that anyone over the age of 18 can buy a long gun. California recently passed a new law that someone below the age of 21 would not be allowed to buy that type of long gun. So that's what police are looking into at this point, too. Did he move there with the specific intent of buying this gun? Did he just stay for a few weeks? But it looks like he did have some paperwork that indicated he was staying in Nevada and was able to purchase that long gun. We also heard from the gun shop owner, posted on social media late yesterday, saying that he was sorry that he had sold the gun to the shooter, but also that there was no indication that he should not sell the gun, that when the shooter showed up, he seemed happy, and that the shooter had purchased the gun online.
So you also, Jamie, spoke to a family of festival volunteers. How are they coping with what's occurred?
Well, I think, as you saw in the story with those 2 best friends who are trying to just ask the question, why? Why did this happen? That's kind of the feeling all over town. And the family you're referring to is the Rodriguez family here. And they had been volunteering at the Garlic Festival for about 6 years as a family of 5. And I can tell you, I heard from the daughter late last night saying, you know, we're still struggling through this, just trying to figure out why this happened. As children, they're all teenagers, they're kids, they're scared. They want to know why this happened. They slept as a family in their living room together the first night. They were thinking about maybe doing that again last night, just to all be together as a family. But this was something that was just very hard for them and heartbreaking just to wrap their minds around it, which I think is really the feeling all over this town is why did this happen at something that should be so joyous as a festival.
Yeah, well, you know, I really hope that it doesn't dampen things as they move forward. This was an incredible food festival. It's one of the largest in the country, and it was sort of their signature event. Jamie, thank you so much.